Hey guys, Logan here. I want to talk to you about how to use NPCsummoner.com. If you're more interested in learning about what it is, maybe you want to get some ideas or inspiration on things to summon with it, that'll be covered in other videos. Here we're focusing on just the most basic information of how to use it. So up front, if I were to make this into a quick 60-second clip, I would say NPCsummoner.com is the way to bring in a different player than your normal playgroup, to take on the role of a non-player character, or NPC. The way it does it is you go to the website, you're automatically brought to the page where you can make a posting, fill out the information, doesn't need to be perfect or super detailed, you're just pitching this idea to someone. You finish up the posting, someone else comes on, they see it, they respond to it, you guys get connected, there you can hash out any details, clarify anything you need to, and that person's brought into your game. And you get to have this really cool experience that honestly can't be replicated any other way. And that's it. You can end the video right now, jump onto the website, do your first summoning. But if you want to stick around, the rest of the video will just be walking through that process step by step. Along the way, I will give any tips that I personally have found useful in making a posting. I've used NPC Summoner a few times now, and it's honestly only gotten more enjoyable with every use. My playgroups have loved it, and I really hope you guys do too. So let's jump right into it. So you're going to end up on a page like this. Just open up a web browser, put in npcsummoner.com, go through the loading page. You'll get a pop-up giving you some basic information. You can hit the Do Not Show This Again button if you want, or just click out of it. With filling out the information for the posting, it's broken up into 3 sections. This top section deals with describing what you actually want to summon. The middle section is for describing the world and your playgroup to the person you're summoning. And the last section is the timing of the summoning. Back at the top of the screen, you'll see there's a button up here. If you're looking for some inspiration or constraints on your creativity, or maybe you're just feeling a little chaotic, you can hit the Generate Random button. It will automatically fill in some of these fields for you. So this top area is a drop-down menu. You'll see, it doesn't show up in the video, but when you click on it, you'll see a large list of options such as Djinn, Angel, Townsperson, etc., etc. If you don't see what you have in mind, there's always a custom option at the very bottom, DM's creation or summonee's creation. We'll stick with what the randomly generated gave us with Ogre. The next part, you'll see a sliding bar. You can click and drag. This is meant to be an altruistic, here to help the party, or to be kind to the party, or someone that is hostile or belligerent, likely to fight the party. I like to jump over this driven by section. It's your fill in the blank, because I like to take sort of mental notes, come back and fill in this with all those mental notes in mind. These objectives, this is what the NPC is wanting to do, and the interactive motives is how it specifically interacts with the party. These are all drop down, you'll see different options, but for example here we have escape, and secondary objective to find someone, and how they interact with the party is capture them. So for example, we can come back up here and describe it a little. Maybe the ogre was in the town prison. They are trying to find their other captured friends, and they run into the party asking them, since they're friendly, if they will let him capture them as hostages for leverage. So for example, you could have something like that. This next sliding bar, once again you can click and drag, is how difficult you want the NPC to be. Will it easily go along with the party, not put up much of a fight or argument, or is it more difficult to interact with them? So for example, the party is like, no, we don't want to be your hostages, and he's like, okay, then I will fight if you don't. Or they have to come up with a really good alternative or something. He's not going to easily give it. Next is the second section describing the world and your playgroup. What's the maturity level at? Is this relatively PG, PG-13? Once again, you can make sort of mental notes like, oh yeah, we're PG-13-ish, but party taboos are sexual content or gore details. Besides that, mostly PG-13-ish. What is the story? This will give the person you're summoning an idea of, I have a specific place I need the party to get to after interacting with you. So very predetermined. They need to get to point B after talking to you. Or is it more open? And you give them more leeway to improv, come up with things you didn't give them or would have thought of on your own. This will describe the play system you're using. Are you playing with Pathfinder, 5th edition? Do you loosely or strictly follow the rules, etc., etc.? And the quest being, you give a level. You can just say high level or a specific, like 15th level, or just low level, or whatever you want to describe it as. The player's plot armor. This is basically, should the party die when interacting with you? Is that on the table? Absolute plot armor is there is no way under any circumstances they should die when interacting with you. Maybe it's weak, such as, oh yeah, if they make a dumb decision, then they might die. Or maybe it's non-existent. Time, here's where the last section where you will describe when the summoning will actually occur. I've done each of these 3 options. They've all been really fun. Live is you expect the person to be there during the session, so to converse with the party, react right then and there. Asynchronously, maybe this person is a powerful king or a villain lurking in the shadows, some sort of mastermind, and you meet with them between sessions. You update them on what the party did, and they describe how the NPC reacts to the party's actions. A mix of both is, oh, maybe they were introduced in a live session, but now they act asynchronously, or vice versa. We'll leave live. That seems to make sense for this one. And this lasts for a duration of, do you expect it to be a quick encounter because you have other things you want to do during the session? Will it take a decent amount of time? Maybe there's a fight that might happen with it. Or is this the whole meat of the session and will take probably a long time? You can say, is this going to be a one-time thing, or is this a recurring NPC? That changes your options below. Recurring, you give, oh, this is when we normally meet in the mornings every week. Or is it a one-time? I'll just fill in some random times. So it'll let me say summon. Once you click that, you'll see a pop-up like this. If you don't already have an account, you can fill it out, and it will send information when someone responds to a post or something to the email you put in, and you can set up a profile and stuff with it. I already have one, so I will log in with that. Once you do that, it will ask you to hit the button again. So I'll do so. Congratulations. It will then bring you to a page where you see a sort of summary of everything you filled out. If you specifically have someone in mind that you want to invite to possibly play this role, maybe an old friend you haven't played with in a while or something, you can type in their email there and invite. If you feel like you messed up or did something wrong, you can say, oops, edit. You can also, when you hit that button, change it from active to inactive posting. You also get a little share button. So maybe you just wanted to fill this out because you really like the idea of this NPC, but they're not going to show up for a while, or whatever reason you don't want it to actually be an active posting. You can change it when you say the oops edit button. Otherwise that doesn't show up. Once you've done all that, you've got it posted, you can hit the skip button. You'll see your requests, everything you've done. You can view them, you can change their active status, etc. If you filled out everything correctly, you should see an email arriving in whatever email you filled out. This is an older one that I did, but something to the effect of this is what you might see. It might change. Once again, there's lots of development still going on. But yeah, that's it. Feel free to go over to NPC Summoner right now. It's a ton of fun. Every time I've used it, it's been a super memorable experience. My play group has loved it. I highly recommend it. Yeah, go over there, start your summoning today.